All right, so next we have Mike Vorhaus, president of Magid Advisors, and he'll be talking to Andy Zhong, CEO of FunPlus, which is a GamesBeat partner. Thanks.
Thanks very much. The last session, a lot of these last sessions not quite as well attended, but when you put the Nobel Prize winning equivalent of Andy Zhong on the stage, you get some good attendance. Okay, I know you guys all want to ask about the deal. Don't worry, we're going to talk about the deal. That wouldn't be right. But before we do that, I thought it'd be interesting to have Andy tell us a little bit about his background, which I found super interesting, and what you basically did before FunPlus.
Yeah, I started my career as an engineer. I worked in a bunch of companies like Bell Labs and Ask.com, which is a search engine company in Oakland. And then I started joining a startup called Rocket in 2007. And then I built a bunch of applications. One of them is called birthday cards, which send you birthday cards and remember your birthday, which we grow from 0 to 130 million users in less than 2 years. And then I built a game called Zoo in 2009. It's ranked one of the top 10 games in Facebook. And then I founded FunPlus in 2010, and time flies. I'm here, more than 4 years. Yeah.
Excellent. So I've spent a little time with you both in the United States and in Beijing, so I know you're you're looking at new games. He was back there writing down names of games and whatnot and searching them in the App Store. What are you playing now that you kind of like?
Personally, I would glad to say I only play FunPlus game.
In addition to FunPlus games.
Okay. Yeah, that's my dream anyway. In addition to FunPlus game, I play really two kinds of game. One kind of games, really simple games like puzzle game, Threes, 2048, this type of game. I played Two Dots recently. And then another type of games, really competitive, really number-based, alliance-based, number-based, like EVO Online, Game of War, GD Online, a Chinese game from China Games, MMORPG, really competitive and based on alliance, which the team wins. So that's two type of games I play.
I don't have the time for ZT Online, but
okay.
But I've been soaking up the time with Two Dots. I'm just kind of curious, how many of you have played Two Dots? Okay, So Andy's turning you on to something. It's a little addictive, be careful. How'd you get into gaming at all? Were you originally a kid playing computer games? You're an 8-year-old playing computer games at home?
Yeah, I play lots of games in Nintendo and all those platforms. And then I really started to work in the gaming industry since 2007. Try to build application and games in this space. We're doing FunPlus for a little bit more than 4 years. It's quite the experience. I love the industry. I love games. It's kind of really good combination for the career and the interest. Yeah.
So was there a vision that you bring to FunPlus? I've heard you talk a lot about people who love games. What's the fuller description of your vision for FunPlus?
Another company talk about vision, but FunPlus vision is really simple at the beginning. I started to work in MySpace and Facebook since early 2007. Then I kind of impressed by how fast the social space grows, how social application really grows, right? At the beginning, I really want to build a company which can reach billions of users, which we didn't achieve yet. I really want to build a company reach large amount of users and make a positive impact on how people are living. So you can say FunPlus dream is kind of inspired by the dreams from Facebook and Silicon Valley. Yeah, it's quite a simple dream.
Well, you got hundreds of millions down, so you're on the way. Well, I probably waited long enough for this audience. I think everybody would like to hear about the Zhong deal and how much you can tell us about it. Maybe go back to as much as you can to the beginning. And it got a lot of press coverage, as you know, but I still think people are, it's a different system. right? China's different than the United States in terms of public companies, and so kind of give us the full picture of the new deal you made.
Sure. In summary, so we split the subsidiary gaming business, and we sold to Zhong. It's kind of special because usually if we sell the company, we sell the whole company, right? So in terms of how it happens, right, I want to give some background. Lots of people today are talking about global, talk about China, talk about Asia. I have been an entrepreneur since 10 years ago in China. I didn't see a time in which entrepreneurship is getting so that exciting in China. If you go to China right now, you look at the movie business, you look at the gaming business, you look at the mobile gaming business, they're all growing so fast. A movie can like earn tons of money for, just like Transformers 4, right? And a lot of domestic movie companies, gaming company. We will talk about publishing later on. We published one game from China. They're top grossing one right now in China. Only in China, they earn more than $1 million per day. So it's amazing number, right? Only 30 people for that company. We have 5, they have 35 people. FunPlus sent 5 people in that company to help them go outside of China. So it's amazing numbers. And also China right now, the government encourage really innovation, because before we're thinking about China, it's a country with not a people, with not a resource, with not a workforce. But there's not of stuff, I would say there's not of stuff hidden beneath. There's not of power under that. Somehow it just hidden there. But right now it's kind of start to explode. So the government really encourage innovation. That's how the deal happens. Actually, when we got a couple of offers for this deal, we choose the one Zhongji. The reason is really, I think the companies all want to get into the gaming industry. They want to get into the movie industry because they want to build an entertainment business. There's opportunity in next 5 or 10 years, really obviously in China. There's one company or multiple company will be 50 billion or 100 billion valuation US dollars in the Chinese domestic market for entertainment. Just like Disney, just like DreamWorks, right? It's really obvious for this trend. It just matters who will be, right? Then lots of companies, they want to step into the innovation. If you look at, let's talk about a movie later on. It's not about a movie, it's about games. So if you look at games, if you look at China, the key is how to create the content, because Tencent and lots of other internet company already control the distribution. It's so hard for you as a beginner to to take over that market. So it's really about how to create a great content. Then the graphics and innovation are the important factors, because in China, there's not of great engineers. There's not of people who know how to design games in a system-wise, how to monetize games. They actually kind of even know better than Western world. If you look at RPG, look at all these games from Chinese and Korea. So what is missing there is they need a little bit more graphics polishment. They need a little bit more original ideas. They need more leadership to lead a team, create a company in a larger size. So that's what they need within China. So at the same time, they're looking at outside of China, right? Because there's no way for them to create a distribution. Then they were thinking about how I create a distribution outside of China, how I create a distribution in ASEA, Southeast Asia, how I create a distribution in Brazil, Middle East, even US, European. Because if you guys look at the Cheetah Mobile, it's a company based in Beijing. It's #1 in security security utilities. It's #1 in US. It's public in Nasdaq for over $3 billion US dollars. They started the company 2 years ago. So it's really fast. So the company is really looking outside of China to create a distribution. So FunPlus is quite unique because people think, who is FunPlus, right? We are really, really quiet in the industry. We create simulation games. We create more games right now. But if you look at FunPlus, we did an amazing job in the last 4 years by creating a company. If you go to Beijing, we started from 10 people in the last 4 years. Right now, it's close to 300 people in Beijing. We have almost 50% of people from Europe and the US in Beijing office. So you can't find such a company in China. There's no such company in China with 50% of the, close to 50% of population is outside of China, right? We created a San Francisco office, over 30 people right now. We created 1 year ago. We have a Vancouver office. We have a Singapore office coming. So it's really a great small size international company. Everyone is working together, really, just the people from different countries, from more than 16 countries work together.
And you have a studio in Montreal? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Vancouver.
Okay, Montreal.
Right. Vancouver, sorry.
Vancouver, okay.
Yeah, Canada. So we have been really spend a lot of time creating a really cool company. We have really cool technology. If you look at Amazon EC2, you look at a lot of stuff. We create a crowding, smart crowding based on EC2. We create a translation engine which can instantly translate like 16 languages. Like whatever you say in Chinese, you will see in like English, in French, and they will keep improving by crowdsourcing. We will open that for other developers next year, early next year. So quite a great international small-size startup with great technology. So, and also with innovation for games, focus on really small size of the team with people who are really passionate to create games. We don't have a top 3 game in US yet, but I feel with such a great company, you will have it one day, right? And if you have it, you will be such a big company because you're so ready for the part after that. So I think that's the deal really happens because those companies, the company we choose is they want to build a company with, he told me it's really want to build a company for 50 billion or 100 billion US dollars valuation. He want to build the biggest company in China for entertainment, for the gaming. So I kind of excited. I say, oh, that's cool. So let's do something together, right? Then we figure out a way because for FunPlus, we always want to be independent because I funded FunPlus by myself. We got 1-2 rounds venture fund from, one is from Signal, but it's really small ones. The company is really independent before. We're never thinking about going to acquisition, but it's really fit because we are looking to we want to be one of the big players in Western countries. It fit to the idea they want. They want to bring innovation to China. They want to look outside of China to either build a distribution ecosystem, acquire companies. Yeah, so there were not stuff coming next year for this deal. So we will help them to acquire more company outside of China. So we will build a venture fund, like a PE fund, with over 1 billion cash, US dollars, to acquire a company and help them to build an ecosystem with the FunPlus assets we sold to them. So that's really exciting.
So Zhong is a public company in Shanghai, on the stock exchange in Shanghai, correct?
Yeah.
And maybe I heard this wrong, but I heard the other day that since they announced the deal with you, that their stock has doubled?
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's right. I mean, the company acquired a subsidiary. It's doubled from I think they are, when they do the deal, it's close to 5 billion RMB. Right now they are 10 billion RMB. Right? I think when
So
they
it was about $1 billion something US capitalization, and now it's almost 2 billion
like 15 billion.
RMB.
15 billion.
Divide by 6.
15 billion. Yeah. 1.5 billion.
So obviously the market likes this deal for sure. Now, $1 billion. Let's not quibble over 10 million here or 10 million there. So you have $1 billion now. You have this passion for gaming. You have this infrastructure. What genres, what type of games are you going to go after next? Is it going to be more games like the ones you made the last 4 years, or are you going to try different types of games?
We are looking for, we definitely want to expand the category. Right now, we focus a little bit on the simulation puzzle game, really fun puzzle game, because I personally love puzzle game. We also focus a little bit on the alliance-based, really critical game. That's the type of game also I like. So we will try to find more people with passion for each of the game. So the idea for FunPlus for next step is really find people who love games and share the vision and build the game they like. Right? We want to build the games in those genres, categories. Another thing is we try to build a distribution across different countries. We already, if you look at Facebook, when we started the company, we started in Facebook platform. We have been quite successful in European. We're number 1 in Middle East, including Turkey, lot of Middle East countries. Right now, our mobile is doing great in European and Middle East as well. We just started in Southeast Asia. So in Southeast Asia, we have our own games, and we published the number 1 grossing game right now in China, and also number 2 grossing game in China as well. So we got 2, number 1 and number 2 grossing game. We will put another resource.
What type of games are they? These casual games?
The first game is kind of mobile. It's like Summoner's Wars. It's basically like 5 vs 5. So you have 3 sessions, and then you have different heroes. You have different skills which you can release when the timer is up. So you always try to build the best team, and then you get the best composition and then to fight with other people. So it has PvE and PvP. It's really like popular in China. It's number 1 right now in Taiwan as well. We just launched the game 10 days ago. In Malaysia and Singapore, right now the game is already in top 10 grossing in Malaysia for both iPhone, iOS, and Android. We launched in Singapore around 1 week. In iOS, right now it's already top 50 grossing in Singapore for iOS. So next we will launch in Singapore, Android, Google Play, and Thailand, Indonesia. We have great resource in that, because before FunPlus has a great payment system which we integrate lots of payments. So right now in Indonesia, in Southeast Asia, you just need a lot of payments which help people to get paid better, because Google and Apple, they try to do a good job in those areas. And also, it's about how you download the game. We work with local operators. For example, the first game we put in Thailand, they offer 6 months the data plan all for free to download this game and also play this game. So for the first 6 months, if you download this game and you play this game, all the data plan will be for free. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the local for the Southeast Asia. We try to find only really few games, like within 5 or within within 10 for sure. This year we try to find like 5 games, maybe. Right now we get already 2. We're looking for another 2 or 3, which we really push for the top 10 grossing in Thailand, Indonesia. So we're not traditionally doing a publishing, but it's more like really focused, market-oriented publishing. Use all the resources we have and leverage a lot of partners. We're working with Tencent in Southeast Asia as well. So a lot of great partners, a lot of great resources.
Well, I think I can absolutely promise you that when you hit your billion gamers, Dean will have you back for another presentation. I think we used up all our time. I see Dean over here in the corner. Congratulations to you, and we look forward to seeing the games you produce over the next couple of years.
Thank you. Thanks.